Hello everyone, welcome to ITLS Academy. It is a great learning platform to learn anything and everything from the comfort of your home. Let me introduce myself. I am your mentor, Gitanjali. I am a content creator, storyteller, experience designer, corporate trainer, and an author. With over 15 years of cross-functional experience across leading brands like H&M, Shoppers Stop, Godrej, and Future Group, I stand at the powerful intersection of business, creativity, leadership, and entrepreneurship. My journey has been one of turning ideas into impactful stories through visual design, transformational training programs, and the written words. As a corporate trainer, mentor, and entrepreneur, I have conducted pan-India workshops on soft skills, technology, leadership, and professional excellence, impacting employees and emerging leaders across the retail and service industries. I don't just train people to perform better, I help them think like leaders, act like entrepreneurs, and build careers with ownership and purpose. I have had the privilege of serving as a guest lecturer at NIFT and Vogue Institute and of contributing to non-profit education initiatives through Unnati, where I work closely with young minds to help them rise beyond limitation and circumstances. Trust me, giving back brings boundless joys to us. Alongside my corporate journey, I am also a published fiction author of two novels, F Factor and Love Arranged. Storytelling is at the heart of everything I do. It shapes how I communicate, how I train, and how I help leaders connect with people, vision, and impact. My academic foundation includes a degree in fashion technology from NIFT, an MBA from NIRM, and professional certifications in digital marketing from Google and content design, a blend that fuels both strategic leadership and creative execution. Today, I work with leaders, startups, and entrepreneurs to help them build confidence, clarity, communication power, and conscious leadership so they don't just grow businesses, they build legacy-driven brands and purpose-led success. So, let's understand the technological opportunities in biotech's sector. This is lecture 10. How do we evaluate those ideas? Great. So, everything begins with an idea, right? As Earl Nightingale says, whatever we do, first an idea strikes our mind, right? An idea can change your life, but not all of them. Sadly, there are many company failures within the biotechnology industry, like every other industries. These occur because of faulty product ideas, failed clinical trials, and choosing the wrong target market. Sometimes we become very enthusiastic and overconfident about products, and we skip the entire process. We just want to launch it today. What happens in that case? The clinical trials are not done properly and product may not be as good as we presume it to be, right? A finding of the Small Business Administration demonstrated that approximately 50% of companies in all industries fail within the first 5 years. So it is a huge number. But don't get disheartened. We still have 50% and we can come in that group. Let's be realistic. Do you think if the research idea is novel and the technology is interesting enough to be funded, you have to think critically. A rule of thumb in conducting due diligence for products or technology, look for what pain points this product solves and whether anyone will pay for it. Okay, so see what is the challenges my products and services are going to solve, how they are going to make my customers' life easier, and do the perception of customers match with my perception? Are they willing to pay for it? Great. Product idea examination. How does it happen? Good product solving what the customer needs. So we have to keep ourselves in the shoes of our customers and see what are the problems they are facing for which they are seeking solution. With biotech products, we all look for unique science and technology that has a great value proposition to start its value chain, right? For example, during pandemic, COVID, everybody was looking for some solution, and when the vaccine came, it was like answered prayers of everyone. So it sold like a hot cake because it was the need of the hour. Similarly, now pollution is killing millions of people. So if we are trying to do something in pollution, if it is well researched, well backed with proper marketing plan, and it is solving the problem, for example air purifier or sustainable fuels, it is going to sell, right, if done right. So we need to understand what we want to create, but is it feasible as well? Second is development stage. Where is the idea in development? Is it a mere idea on a napkin? Is it in the beta stage? Is it already shipping? Or are the first customers at hand? So you have to understand the development stage of product, where it is still in our imagination, or pilot products are developed, pilot marketing testing is done, or some customers have already used, what are their feedback. Number 3 is the quality of the underlying research and the researcher's technical team. Research is extremely important in biotech because then only your product will be successful. Whether this is a single product idea or a platform technology with multiple future product applications. So some products are like having only single product, whereas other has its very different what to say, supplements. For example, multivitamin supplements, these are for kids, these are for old people, these are for women, these are for men. So the composition is slightly varied, but they all come under one umbrella of multivitamin tablets, right? Whether or not a product is capable of being developed with the knowledge and systems available today. So do we have the technical backup for what development we are looking for? Otherwise, what is the plan of collaboration? So once product is examined, we need to understand product positioning. Okay, so in today's world, as I explained, sustainable product creating greatest marketing need, right? Because everybody is worried about pollution. Okay? Global warming is increasing at a higher rate than ever before, right? We have to purify, we are already using air purifier, we are already using water purifier, but still the disease needs to be controlled more, which are causing because of pollution. So as an entrepreneur, think how you can help your customers fighting pollution in a sustainable way. So product positioning, determining if the product application is directed toward an acute market need which is not currently being met or suitably addressed by other products or substitutes. So whether you have to understand whether you are developing a niche product or a mass product, right? Pollution is a common problem, but pollution caused pollution which is causing some extra complication in certain diseases such as asthma needs to be treated little differently. So that can be a niche, whereas sustainable products for everybody will come in mass products. Can it be protected? How is it how strong is your patent? What is the USP? Have you done your IPR? How is it easy is it for another entrant to jump in and copy your ideas? Is this an execution play where better execution can lead to more market share? So sometimes what happens, your product is very good, but how well it is executed, how well it is distributed also determines its success. Or is it a secret sauce where the patents, processes or IPR can be used to build a moat around the business, right? So if you have a unique idea which can solve mass product, but you don't have sufficient fund right now, you can always tie up. You can sell your product as a patent, or you can collaborate with another giant who is interested in your idea and sell it together. Choice is yours. Market acceptance and adoption rate. Several points of friction may come into play as the new technology product tries to penetrate the market, right? Whoever is already in the market tries to stop new products to penetrate in it to have the monopoly. So how do you convince them? If your product is good, if they are using it, they are finding the benefits, they'll be like, okay, let's join hands. While this is harder to analyze, the challenge is to ascertain the market pain and reasons for adoption. Are the needs of all early adopters, the first customers, and the mass market aligned? So there are customers who are always ready to try new things, and there are customers who believe in tried and tested methods. So what do? You find those customers who are ready to try your product and vouch for your products. Then comes the people who take little safer path, right? So here comes the roles of influencers. So you must have heard about social media influencers who try latest trends and uh, motivate others, influence others to try those new products. So every technology, every industry has their own set of influencers. So recognize them and see if they are willing to vouch for your products, right? Next point is growth potential. What percentage of growth can be achieved in the first 5 years and how that compare with the size of the overall market? So what is your 5-year plan, right? What is the effective mechanism to reach such potential? How you are going to reach your goals? What are the action points? What will be your milestones? What are the points of friction in growth? Where are the conflicts? Is the sales cycle long? Is it sustainable? Right? So these points we need to analyze thoroughly before deciding on the kind of product and services we are going to launch and evaluating ideas, right? So we understood what are the evaluation which we need to do as an entrepreneur in products. Now, evaluating ideas in biotechnology involves a systematic, multidisciplinary approach that balances scientific novelty with commercial viability, ethical considerations, and technical feasibility, right? So you have to understand whether your product and services are ethical, no matter how much profit it is giving. For example, you cannot produce bioweapons, right, just for earning profits. We have to do something which is beneficial to mankind, right? Whether it is new, it is not just a copy of another idea which is existing, right? How commercially viable it is. We will be learning more about commercializing of the biotech products in our next videos. And technical feasibility. Is it easy to produce this product? Do we have the sufficient lab facilities? Do we have the sufficient machines? Do we have the resources who will produce it at a mass scale to fill the market needs? Let's understand in detail how to evaluate ideas, right? So here is a structured framework for evaluating biotech ideas. Number one is scientific and technical evaluation. So what all point come under it? Novelty and innovation. Is the idea new? Does the idea present a new mechanism of action? Is it a significant improvement over current methods? For example, insulin production, earlier it was being done by animal pancreas, right? So even today we are producing insulin, but through the biotech in the biotech lab with the help of enzymes. So the product is not new, but the production method is new, which help to reduce the cost and increase its accessibility. So every time we don't have to discover something new. Sometimes we have to discover better, sustainable, accessible way of creating the product. Second is technical feasibility. the proof of concept. So, can the technology be developed within current scientific knowledge, or does it require excessive, unproven and long-term research? Yes, research is an ongoing process. So your research team will keep doing the research to understand latest products, to create the breakthroughs. But if you are developing some product at this stage, it cannot be based on uncertainty. So it has to be backed up by research, by the data and its uses. So understand that your product is feasible. It is not just a fantasy of a researcher. Yes, we always have to think long term and short term, but when it comes to market, we have to be realistic as well. And number three is platform versus single product. As we discussed, if whether this is a single use solution or a platform technology that can be applied across multiple diseases or agricultural challenges, right? So whether your idea, product or service is a single term solution, for example COVID or vaccines, or something which can be reused again and again. So as an entrepreneur, if we have to develop both kind of products where there is demand for repeat customers, so that we uh, combat the expensive capital cost. Great. Number two is market and commercial viability, right? So unmet need, pain points. Does the product solve a clear acute market needs, for example cancer, antimicrobial resistance, food security, that is not currently addressed? There are so many diseases which whose solution has been found, but there are diseases which treatment is costly. For example, cancer treatment was found long back, but it was not affordable for everybody. So research was still going on to find more accessible, more affordable, more quicker remedies for the solution, so that people can live long after cancer. Today, so many people are surviving cancer because the research has been done by the scientists, the medical team. Similarly, IPR protection. Can the technology be patented and protected to create a moat against competitors? So, if you have developed something really nice, how are you going to protect it? Through IPR. So, does it validates all the points that need to be presented in an IP to get it the required patents right? Market adoption rate. What are the barriers to entry and how quickly can the market accept the new technologies? Is market ready for your product? If not, how you are going to convince your customers? Who are going to be your influencers? Who are going to be your pilot customers? All this need to be planned in detail to ensure the success of your product. Number three is developmental and operational assessment. So, what is the stage of product development? Is the idea at the conceptual stage or is it the beta preclinical phase? What is the stage of your idea and services, right? Is it in your imagination or is it already being piloted? It is ready for the global market. All this we need to understand thoroughly. Number two is team expertise. Does the team have the necessary expertise in both scientific research and commercialization? So we have to have a balance. Yes, our team has to be very strong in research. Their concepts has to be clear so that we can develop excellent products which serve the mankind, the purpose for which it is being developed. Also, we need to have a very strong marketing team which will promote our excellent products and services and help it reach the market. Otherwise, business will not survive. Number three is regulatory and ethical hurdles. Are there significant ethical issues, for example, in gene therapy that can halt development? Does your product follow animal rights and welfare during clinical research, right? You have to follow the guidelines of PETA if you are working in India. All this needs to be considered. Number four is strategic alignment. ROI and financial projection. Does the project meet the required net present value and internal rate of return threshold? So what will be the ROI on your product? How soon or long you are going to achieve it. Who will be your finance person? How you are going to get the finance for the short term and long term plans? Strategic fit. Does the project fit within the company's long-term goals and portfolio? Also, every company has its own set of values, mission and vision. So, the products and services which we are developing, be it single service or umbrella, it has to match and align with our company's long-term goals and values, right? Otherwise, the brand image will get distorted. So if you are aiming to be a sustainable company, your all product and services should promote the concept of sustainability, right? You cannot do something which is not biodegradable, which is not uh, helping reduce the carbon footprints of the globe. So understand what you are going to project your company as, then develop your services and products accordingly. Sounds interesting, right? Let's understand the top areas of evaluation in 2025-26, right? In the field of therapeutic, it is cancer, sepsis, and antimicrobial resistance. So these are the areas which we need to look in detail to understand what are the gaps where we can contribute. Platform technology, cell-free protein production and RNA-based tools. So you can align your research team towards it if it matches your vibes. Agriculture, climate resilient, genetically engineered crops, right? Climate change is happening so sudden these days. There are natural calamities everywhere. How we can combat this, how we can reduce the effect of this, how we can help people settle better and quicker. All this you can work towards through biotechnology tools. Environmental, bioremediation using modified microbes, sustainability. Great. Let's understand common mistakes in evaluation. So these are the process we need to do to evaluate our ideas, our products and services, their feasibility and market value. But sometimes we all make mistakes as human. That is part of learning. Number one is overestimating market readiness. In our enthusiasm, we assume that academic success translates instantly to commercial success. But in most of the cases, that does not happen. We have to understand, does market actually require that? What percentage of market needs it? So, develop your pilot products, test it in multiple markets, then go full-fledged and launch it in the wider market to ensure that your effort, cost, energy is not wasted. Number two is ignoring technical hurdles. Focusing on the idea rather than the practical steps to make it work. Sometimes what happens, we assume that yes, if our idea is feasible, it is brilliant enough, we will get all the support, right? But all this has to work in parallel to save time and effort. So if you have a small lab where reproducing of products take time, you have to collaborate with someone big which has a bigger lab facilities, which can reproduce products faster, right? So be ready to share the profit, but at the long run, your partner, everyone has to be profitable and the business has to thrive. So keep your ego aside and focus on business. Ignoring regulatory hurdles. What are the legal constraints? What are the ethical constraints? Underestimating the time and cost for trials and approvals. It also takes long time. So keep a timeline for all these. If you are planning a product launch next year, you see if do you have sufficient time for all the trials and approvals, right? Otherwise, plan little, take little extra time in order to be realistic to save yourself from unnecessary frustrations, right? Let's explore this very interesting topic further. Explore the key trends in biotechnology sector. We already discussed it, but there are many more. See, learn in detail See what are interests as you as a bio-entrepreneur, where you want to work, whether towards sustainability, whether towards medical development, whether towards biofuel, whether towards mm, agriculture, where you want to contribute as bio-entrepreneur based on your interest, based on your location, your market needs, right? Based on your today's learning, what will be the USP of your startup? Think about your USP, how your company is going to be different from others, how it will stand out, what will be its story, how you will define its values, mission and vision. Write it down, rewrite it, edit it, see if appeals to you, so that you can put to your heart and soul totally into it, right? Great, all the best. Follow us on social media, Insta, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp and LinkedIn. Subscribe to our channel to get more related articles and keep learning. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe. You can call us at our helpline number, and if you have any doubts, you can also comment in the comment section. Have a great day. I'll see you soon with next video.